And about 4 or 5 minutes to 12, power went off. Everything went off. Lights, power, everything. And I'm on my hands and knees, and my mate at the back of the room started going, refund, refund. They'd not even paid in, they were on the guest list.
So, Boardwalk, is this where it started?
So it all kicked off, yeah. October 1995. I'd done a load of promoting, or what I think was promoting anyway. I didn't really know my backside from my elbow in those days. So we got here about 9:30. We'd been in during the day, set up. Didn't know whether anyone was going to turn up or not. Somebody said, what time do you want to open, Painter? I said, let's push it back a bit, 10:15, 10:30. It was the sound tech. He went, you might well have a look out the window. Look round, there's a queue all the way down there and all the way around the corner. And he went, you might well open really. Great from night one. We had a great night. That was 23 years ago.
Memorable track?
New Jack Swing was big at the time, 95, so stuff like R. Kelly and Vibe.
Yeah. Great, I love it. Reminds me of that era.
Yeah.
I got it on a tape.
Yeah, it was quite cool at the time.
It was. I haven't heard it at Funkademia for a long time though.
Yeah, no, but yeah, the most nervous I've ever been in my life opening that first night. Then we got an offer from the Attic up the road to take it there every Saturday. It was a bit of an offer I couldn't refuse really. So, yeah, funny one really. We decided to move here in the May, so we planned to open in the June. And on the Saturday night before we opened, the bomb went off in town, the IRA bomb. And I just thought, oh, geez, nobody's ever going to go back into town again. It's not going. I was like devastated really. Manchester came out, and the first night again, we sold out the first night, and it was rammed. I was dead surprised really, because I thought after the bomb going off, people would be dead wary of coming into town, but they weren't. It was great. And then we started a Friday night, Northern Funk, which is where you came in, Michael.
Yeah. Me and Dave Booth.
And that, what was the music was more?
It was more 70s funk and Motown. We made a distinction between the two nights, even though they were similar.
Yeah, but it was good, that Northern Funk, wasn't it?
I loved it, and we tended to get quite a good core following, really.
But the odd thing was, it attracted, even though it was playing an older genre of black music, it attracted a younger audience.
Yeah, a lot
which always used to fascinate me. I mean, it was down and dirty up there, wasn't it?
Oh, it was.
It was ace,
which I liked.
Yeah.
It looked like a club.
Yeah, it was dark, it was smoky, it was packed.
Yeah.
It was just ace, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Great fun, good fun.
Some excellent nights, and put me on the track of being a DJ. Up until then, I was a bedroom DJ. I DJ'd there and went, oh, other people like my music. And then we went round the corner. Subspace. And that used to be a recording studio.
It was Soundgarden,
wasn't it? Yeah. Attic to Subspace space. Why was the move?
About the year 2000. We've been there for 5 years, I think. We just kind of outgrown the space, really. It was very tight and small, the Attic, with a limited capacity. We were turning people away each week. The owner from here kept coming in every week and mithering us, when are you going to move to our place? And it just represented a good opportunity to expand, take the night onto another level. We could have 2 rooms, it had a rooftop garden where people could chill out, and it was a really nice space, great sound system. You know, sometimes you just take a chance, don't you? Moved, and again, dead nervous about moving, because it's a big old thing.
Yeah. Capacity-wise,
yeah, doubled it really.
We doubled.
Yeah, it doubled, and boom, from day one. We took both nights, Northern Funk, Funkademia, and from night one, boom, it worked. Took more DJs on, that's why people like John Bustop got more heavily involved, Jason Verica from HMV, Fritz Great Lakes, Trafford obviously, the Love Thing.
The infamous.
Did a few great New Year's Eves here.
Didn't we? Yeah. They were good long sets. Me up in the bar.
And this is where Big Paul the Doorman got involved. It was his firm who had this.
Yeah.
That's when and he's still with us today. So we were here from about 2001 to about 2004, I think, something like that.
And from here we went around the corner to
Zumba. Guess how this came about was I'd always had a kind of dream to own my own place, really. Because everywhere else, the Boardwalk, the Attic, Subspace, we were renting it on a Saturday night. And I just thought it'd be ace just to have your own place, and then you were your own boss kind of thing. You could do anything then, couldn't you? And then an opportunity came up to acquire this. It was Amigo's pizza place, old Scouse fella had it. We eventually agreed a deal, and then we moved both nights to, we created this into a bar restaurant, which was a really nice bar restaurant. And then that would be Zoom bar, and then it was the Zoom room upstairs.
The Zoom room upstairs, yeah.
And that's where we did Funkademia and Northern Funk
Yeah.
for a couple of years.
Yeah.
It was good fun. Yeah. Almost killed me though. My liver's grateful I've not still got this.
I remember many a time walking up for the 192 with my record bag, getting the first one at 6:30 in the morning.
That was a newsagent. I used to come out and get a pint of milk and a paper from there. Top nights.
Was that 2 years, 3 years?
I think we were there for 2.5 years. 2.5 years. And then those pesky kids came along. And
Yes!
And I decided
That's
to have
right.
a lifestyle change.
A short break.
Yeah, so I thought I'd pull out of the whole clubbing business. And it sucked me back in.
It did.
We forced Dave out of retirement, didn't we? I think so. Dave came to us one day and he said, look, I'm giving it all up, I've had enough. He said, look, this club business, it's not for me anymore. It's me, Dave. He said, look, some young guns in.
Send in the young guns, we'll sort it out. I want to be part of these young guns.
He did say, he said, look, you two you're going to be the next Anton Day.
Look at us now.
Yeah, you're the future.
You'd approached us to see if we wanted to get involved.
Yeah, we were doing some bar gigs and bar nights at the time.
Yeah.
So.
Under Good for the Soul.
Yeah,
that was it. Yeah. And then Chris, who was the manager here, you knew him, didn't you?
Yeah,
I bumped into him at a match. He said, what are you doing with Funkademia? I said, don't know. He said, ooh, leave it with me. And the next day he phoned an offer for Saturday, didn't he? And it's like an offer he couldn't refuse, really, wasn't it, at the time.
So Dave flew back from Benidorm where he was He said, come on, let's have it.
Damn.
When he does his annual,
We're back.
Yeah,
We're
when he
back.
does his Lilo residency.
And the rest is history again.
I've got some big names on.
Greg Wilson.
Yeah.
Norman J. came.
Norman J was probably, he came up, didn't he?
Ricky Atta was a regular at the bar.
He was a regular at the bar, Guinness.
He was a regular behind the bar.
And then we ended up at the Mint Lounge, I think, didn't we?
Yeah.
When I get that feeling, I want sexual healing. Sexual healing, it's good for me. So fine.
This is Big Paul, our head doorman, who's been our head doorman for 4 million years.
4 million, yeah. Looking good for it.
Yeah.
I mean, it was love at first sight, I think, wasn't it? Or
Me and you, or
well, that and Funkademia and the Pakoras after hours.
There was a couple came a few months ago, and they were stood outside, and I happened to be on the door with you, and I said, "Are you coming in?" And they were like, "In a minute." I'm like, "Okay." I said, "So what's up?" And they went, "This is our daughter. This couple met in Funkademia like 20 years ago or something. They were waiting until 12 o'clock so she could legally come into the club. They wanted to take their daughter on her 18th birthday to the club that they'd met, and they danced all night together."
Funkademia is the first club my daughter ever came to.
She did, didn't she?
And then she came out to Ibiza as well.
Yeah.
So it's the first club I ever brought her to was Funkademia.
Illegally, probably.
Not just because I knew I could get her in for free. One of the reasons I wanted her to come to it is I wanted her to come to a place for her first club experience that was safe and that was fun, and that was a place that, to ease her into club culture in a really nice way. She wasn't going to see any casualties. She wasn't going to see any fights. She was going to see lots of happy people, and that is genuinely the reason I wanted her to come there. If she came there, the best possible experience she could have for the first night.
Yeah, I'd say so. My daughter's already got her eyes on it.
I'm not looking forward to working for her, because I think she's quite tough.